everything going. It's 10 o'clock. We're going to start off with department updates, and let's do it quickly, gentlemen. Johnny, what you got going at EOC?
The only thing I had going was the special projects,
Uh-huh.
and that was the deconstruction of the road department, tearing down the building and grading the top of the hill off, and Nolan Construction was the winning bid, and he plans on starting next week,
No, $75,000.
$75,000.
Okay.
He was a little bit.
All right. Anything else you got brewing?
That's all I got right now.
All right, Roy?
Just busy this time of year. Assessment notices are out. It's amazing, people that don't work in government, for all of our departments that have to mail things to people, it's the amount of mail where addresses have changed. It is a constant struggle to stay up with people's addresses. Just busy, and want to thank everybody for coming in and giving us good information.
Kimmer?
Yes, sir. Update on Jones Mountain Road. I spoke with Jimmy Maglitz, he's the project manager for GSI. And everything's going well up there, traffic's flowing well. And they're hopefully be finished sometime in early July.
Yeah, I heard they're shooting for July 4th as well.
Yeah.
So.
That's kind of what they're hoping for, but, we started paving this week, and we done concrete trail off Camp Road and finished it. And we also done a little patching on Camp Road where it was needed. And we're gonna be moving to Young Loop and doing phase 1 of Young Loop next.
Okay.
And then we're also gonna be doing in the next few weeks, hopefully Head Start Road and Smoky Hollow Road down on the east side.
Did you get have you got the pipes and all changed out on Smoky Hollow Road?
We've got a little work to do down there to prep for it, but we're gonna get that done here pretty soon, and then hopefully get started in the next few weeks on that, paving that.
How's Hill City, give them a report on Hill City Circle, how's that holding up?
We had 2 drainage problems on Hill City Circle, and we wound up putting 2 50-foot sections of 60-inch drainage pipe in there, and done quite a bit of work down there, but it was needed, and turned out real well. We don't have any grass growing on it much yet, but hopefully this rain will help us with that. And also on Hamrick Road, we've done quite a bit of work on Hamrick Road down there. And there was a few drainage problems there, and hopefully we got that taken care of also.
Okay. Anything, all the equipment running good?
Yes, sir, all the paving equipment done well Tuesday, and all of our mowers are going. We're working on our second round of mowing for the year, and all the mowers are up and going. We had 10 trees down last weekend. There was quite a bit of wind around the west side of the county, around Henderson Mountain area, so we had 10 trees down there that we'll have to get back and clean up. We'll get those cleaned up as soon as possible.
All right. Miss Linda, how's we don't have any runoffs going on, no more rain than we've had. Everything all right on that
Not
part?
really, not at this point, but I will be getting out today and tomorrow while it's raining and
Okay.
try to catch some things.
What was the road, Johnny, they need to be going out and,
They need to go out Fisher Creek.
you know, take a trip out Fisher Creek.
Okay.
All right. Rodney, you got anything?
Yes, sir. We're busy as well doing the business license renewals coming up July the 1st. The landfill is good. We've got 2 good monthly reports with no methane showing at all. The watershed assessment's been sent to EPD. It's getting reviewed, and we're waiting to hear back from them. And then our kickoff meeting for the complete count census is June 26 here. And we have several individuals who have offered to help, and we're grateful for that, to put together this committee so that we can move forward and get the census taken care of for this next year.
Okay. That being said, Philip, Water Department, did you ever get the sheriff's line put in under Jones Mountain Road? Did you?
Yeah, the only thing we gotta do is run it, they gotta run it from the meter to
So the
the,
meter is
shooter.
in? Okay. What else you got brewing?
we got Grandview Plant, the test pilot, we started it up on the 28th of May. We're running it 8 hours a day, just Monday through Friday. We pump about 10,000 gallons a day out of it, and it just goes right back into the lake. Pretty neat little plant. If y'all two get a chance, you might want to come up there and look at it before we take it back, or they come get it. Next week, I've got to take like 6 rounds of samples and send to the state and let them see how it's doing. And on top of that, the EPD will be here Thursday to tour it and look at it and see how it operates, because this is the only plant in Georgia and around, actually in the southeast. The closest one is in Sarasota, Florida. So they're gonna come and look at it, and I've gotta be up there, I think, at 9:30 to meet them. And then, Lawson's Landing, we got it tied in yesterday, and, the only thing we gotta do in there is fill it up, test it, and then start swapping services over.
Okay, how long do you think, just off and on, just getting it when you can?
Yeah, we're just gonna work on it while we can, because I've got a couple other projects that has come up, and we've got to get them done. One of them's, we're gonna try to do it next week, in between the tank and the pressure reducing valve on Henderson Mountain. We've had 8 leaks up there in the past 3 months, and it's all due to our control valve that fills the tank, and I've got a company coming in next week to give me a price on replacing it as well.
Okay. Have any issues with the water coming out of Gilbert County, the pressure, everything looking fine?
You got lots of pressure there.
That's good.
Turnip seed's working on the pressure reducer for there, because if we feed water on across back to the top road, we'll have to have a pressure reducer right there around the landfill.
Okay, all right. I'll let you give us an update here in a little bit when you talk about the contracts.
Sure.
How's human resource?
We're just trucking right along, don't have really anything new to bring to the table today.
And Faye's on vacation this week. Connie,
Yes,
are
sir.
you financials
Finance is fine, and auditors are coming to give their report to the commissioners.
in 2 weeks?
Yes, sir.
All right. Sloan, how you making it with the ambulance and fire?
The second remount should be done around September on the med unit. The first tanker we should be seeing by the end of this month is what the latest that I've heard, which, keep in mind, we went from month to month to month, changing that, but they're saying the first super tanker should be in around the end of June. And of course, we had the groundbreaking at the Tate station.
And you have got equipment in the Carlin Road station?
Yes.
Are you already started moving some furniture? How much more do you gotta put in there to get that?
Just waiting on Woodstock Outlet to deliver the rest.
Okay.
And then, so it should be in by the end of this month.
All right.
All the furniture should be.
Mr. Barnes, Mr. Denny, y'all got any questions with any of the employees there? All right, Lisa? See, Mr. Lander's not here today either. He's out of town. Anything going on with us?
I think we're.
Well, that's a bad way to say that. Let me rephrase that.
There's a lot going on there.
Yeah.
Stay busy.
Staying busy. All right. Any further questions or updates y'all need on that part? All right, that's going to bring us down. I'm back to Mr. Jones on the community center. He's going to give us an update on the vending contract. It's between Coca-Cola and Pepsi Corporation, and he has got a copy of the same thing y'all got here. We can't vote on it today, but that's mostly in your hands to review. Brian, you got anything to add to that?
Well, just a couple of things, as far as things we have going on with the rec department, right now. We've got summer camp started. We're averaging about 80 to 85 kids a day. So we're very busy with that. Community center just this week has summer camp as well as a basketball camp going on, so it's very busy. Also, the pool has been open. Had several people come to the pool. Probably slack off the next couple of days just due to the weather. But other than that, we're maintaining the park. Now that ball season's over with, just keeping up with the grass cutting. But back to the 2 bids. So for the past couple of years, we've had Pepsi as our provider at the recreation department. And every year the board of commissioners takes bid packages for who wants to have our services for the next year. So a couple of highlights. Now let's go do a compare and contrast between the two. Pepsi has offered to give the rec department a check for $5,000, and whereas Coke has either decided to do 2 scoreboards plus maintenance, or possibly a $6,000 check per year. So that's one of the biggest difference. Couple other little tidbits. The commission that we get on vending sales, Pepsi is at 30%, whereas Coke is at 35%. And also the vending machines right now they're at $1.50. Pepsi is proposing to go up to $1.75. If we go with Coca-Cola, they're going to keep it at $1.50. So that helps the consumer as well. And lastly, I talked to Jeff about that this morning. Part of our contract with Pepsi is to do a required truck sale. I know y'all had some phone calls about that when we were doing it during the spring. The truck sale through Coca-Cola is optional. So we talked about that earlier this morning. But other than that,
To what sale?
truck sale, basically it's a fundraiser for the park.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. So it did pretty well. The big thing about truck sales, I told Coke this, I told Pepsi this, is the constant thing we get from people is that, well, I can go to Kroger and get 5 for $10 cheaper than I can through this sale. And I understand that, but it's not helping. You're paying the money to Kroger, whereas you're helping out the rec department when we do truck sales. So, but that's the facts that I saw in the proposal. Coca-Cola is here today to answer any questions that you may have with what they're requesting or proposing.
All right. Not to get off that subject, have y'all got any questions for Coke or? No? I want y'all to, if you don't mind, we'll be voting on that, I'm assuming next, at the next meeting. You can take those and kind of review them and see what y'all think. How's the pool going? Any other issues with the pool?
The pool's going. As most of y'all know, the pool was constructed in 1986. So we do our best every year to get it up and going. We passed our inspection through the health department, and we've been open for business since last Thursday. So last week we saw a huge spike in people coming just because it was so hot. It hadn't really cooled off yet, but it's been bringing in money. Not a whole lot of money, but it does bring in some.
What do we get per child?
It's $3 per person.
$3 per person?
Yes, sir. And we do a group plan. You can do a family of 4 for $100, or you can buy a season pass individually for $25. So it's pretty reasonable.
Anything going on at the recreation center? Heating, air conditioning, everything's working correctly?
If you have one up there, please knock on it, because as of right now, the AC is working. We're getting geared up, or just we're just maintaining it. We're going to have the big event, the Republican event, the tomato sandwich thing on the 15th of June, I believe that is. So we're maintaining the building. But other than that, we're just busy. So if you want to see a bunch of crazy kids running around, please come down and check out summer camp, because it is crazy.
Mr. Barnes, Ms. Denny, have any questions?
Thank you. Good
Thank you.
job.
That brings us down to GebCorp benefits and update. I'm going to turn that over to Ms. Denny or Mitch Yergin or Sloan Elrod, and I think you all heard it.
I don't know nothing from the last meeting.
We are currently waiting on Phil, our attorney, to get some information. It's like we get one thing and it leads to needing more and more information, so that's where we stand right now.
Are the plans changed? The county has got several employees. I know the sheriff's department does got several employees that would fit certain areas. Every time you change a plan to go with different scenarios, we got to go back and walk through the whole process again.
Have to go back, get the new numbers, get the new information. But I think once we get one answer from Phil on something, we're going to be able to move
Well,
forward.
let's call him.
I will.
He works for the county then.
Well, he used to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got quite a few. I got what? How many we got? Well, you in the road department's one that would qualify, and there's quite a few more in that part. And I think there's water department. Where's Philip at? There's
Just one.
You nearly qualify for some of that. So, yeah, there's been quite a few questions coming up. And I like to get ahead one or the other on this thing.
Yeah, we're kind of stuck right now on the benefits that are provided after somebody retires.
Okay.
You know, whether it's for the individual or the family, and we're getting information on that.
All right.
So,
Thank you very much for that. That brings us back down. I'm gonna put you up to bat again.
Okay.
You're on that economic development update.
Yes, that's going well. We've had a couple of meetings. The committee met and we had a teleconference with the Chasen Group because Sonny Proctor had done some research and thought that was the better fit. So we had like a 45-minute meeting with them and they laid out what all they would do for us, which was very helpful. So then we met a couple of nights ago and we voted Sonny Proctor and myself as co-chairs of the group, even though it's just 6 people. That gave us 1 person from the city and 1 from the county government.
And remind us, it's you, Todd Payne, and Don Bogus on the county.
On the county.
And who's on the city?
It's the new manager, Brandon
Douglas
Kurt Raphael, and Sonny Proctor.
is representing the
Is
city.
representing the city. And I think it's going to be really good. We agreed to use the Chasen Group both for the search, the Economic Development Director position, and for strategic planning. And we'll do them simultaneously, but the focus will frankly be on the hiring process. We really put a time frame on ourselves of like 120 days to have that person hired.
Did y'all discuss the fact that this group that's put together is just over the hiring process or going to be managing this economic development director in the future?
We stress the fact that we are a hiring group only, and we expect Chasen to give us advice on how the commission would be set up, because, you know, I expect them to say something like you need a person from the electric company, for example, and a person from county, from city. But we will let them advise us on that. We don't have to take their advice, obviously, but we do want to hear what they have to say because they work with other people on these issues as well.
Okay.
So,
Well, thank you for that.
you're welcome.
That brings us down to general discussion. Anybody, county government, got any question? Well, thank you very much for being here. Y'all have a good weekend. Be safe and hope to see y'all in 2 weeks. Thank you. This meeting is now adjourned.